I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't have a joke. I don't have a quip. I don't have anything that I normally would have as the cold open for this video. You all know the drill. These are podcasty type of videos whenever they're like a news thing. So just put this in your ears. I'm just talking. I was looking back at the most recent news video that I can remember for Power Rangers that I did that was about this kind of thing, where I sounded somewhat excited because this was the first time that Disney had been linked with Power Rangers in any way since since they separated back in after RPM. So it's so funny to me that we are in this Groundhog Day loop of Power Rangers being deceased. It's been so long that they've been trying to get a reboot off the ground and they can't do anything right. For those that don't know, because I didn't even mention, I just went into it, right? The Power Rangers Disney Plus series that had been announced last year, back I believe in March, has been canceled. Is anyone even surprised? Like even a tiny bit? I'm hoping the answer is no. And I have told people again and again and again, if we don't have any cast photos, if we don't have a script, if we don't have any set photos, even if it's leaked or not, for Power Rangers, it is not happening because they've been trying to do this for years. They tried to do it with Netflix, nobody wanted it. They tried to do it here, and apparently the reason why it got canceled, from what I'm looking at, is because the budget was too much. Disney did not want to pay the amount of money that they'd be paying for something like this when they don't own the full rights to the IP. Which is so funny when you think about how Hasbro has been moving with Power Rangers for the past few years. It was just a few years ago that Hasbro stopped production of the TV series and ended the Lightning Collection collector's line of figures that they started without finishing multiple teams that they started right before it ended. And decided that instead of making TV shows, instead of making content, instead of making toys that they have the toy license for, they have the master toy license for Power Rangers, and they said we're gonna stop making toys and we're just gonna license Power Rangers out to all these different companies if they want to make merchandise, which is how we got the Playmates thing, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. Hasbro is not doing anything anymore except for holding Power Rangers in its hands and letting everyone else do stuff for them. And that is the direct result of why this series got canceled. I really wish I could be surprised. When this got announced that it got canceled last night at the time of this recording, it was probably one of the hardest times I've laughed in a long time. Because it was such a I told you so moment. Even if I sounded excited in the video that I just mentioned earlier, it was because of the prospect of Disney being involved, not because they were making a quote-unquote reboot, because I knew it probably wasn't going to happen. But just the fact that Disney was behind it and that gave some credibility to this actually being a real thing. And it was a real thing, it's just it didn't actually work. It was so funny because, again, for years and years and years, there's been rumors flying around that things are happening. There's been rumors of a potential casting. There's been rumors of a script going around, passed back and forth. There's been rumors of this streaming service wanting it, this streaming service not wanting it. And nothing has happened. Nothing has come out. Nobody wants it. Either nobody wants it or nobody wants to make it. And people will continuously look at me and say, well, the Hasbro is not the worst era. Hasbro, they didn't do anything wrong. Hasbro, the franchise is not dead. We got comic books. Power Rangers that started as a TV series first and foremost 30 plus years ago and ran on TV every single year just about without break for 30 plus years now only exists as merchandise and a comic book. Is that not insane? Anyone that follows me on Twitter, you're probably going to hear me reiterate what I said on Twitter quite a bit because I pretty much gotten all that I needed to say out through that. Because this was truly hilarious. I grew up with Power Rangers as the show that it was. It was a show and it was toys. Those were its main thing. And so now in 2026, I'm 27. And Power Rangers is, if you want to get technical, not even either of those things by its own IP owner. We have no TV show, none in the making at all. They sold off the entire inventory for the show to fans through an auction. Was it a couple years ago? So they have nothing. If they wanted to make any kind of production themselves, they'd have to either outsource to get things made for them or do it all from scratch, because they literally have nothing. They probably have nothing but a set of Mighty Morphin costumes. That's it. Everything has been sold off. From Mighty Morphin through Cosmic Fury, all the Disney stuff, all the Neo Saban stuff, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, Lost Galaxy, everything is gone. So they couldn't just at the drop of a hat, they couldn't just at the drop of a hat just make something if they wanted to. They got rid of all of it. And said, you know what, Playmates, you can make toys if you want to. We are the toy company and we have the master toy, but we're not going to make toys. We're not going to do anything. I've had people telling me, oh, you're just being dramatic. Oh, we got the reboot coming. Look, guys, Power Ranger. Here's the big one. When this series was announced to have no involvement with Toei or Super Sentai at all, that should have been the warning shot. Because you'll get people all the time saying, well, Power Rangers can't exist without Super Sentai. Power Rangers can do its own thing. Power Rangers can have an animated series. They don't need Super Sentai. They don't need the designs. They don't need to use the Zords or anything. They don't need the costume. They can just exist without Super Sentai. Name one time that has happened that is not the comic book. And the comic books don't even count, because anytime they try to do an original Power Ranger, it's based off Mighty Morphin in one way or the other. They always use Mighty Morphin as a crutch in some way, whether it be the color scheme or like lightning bolts and stuff. They don't know how to do anything that isn't Mighty Morphin adjacent. Name one time Power Rangers has done anything successful without utilizing the designs of Super Sentai, the Zords of Super Sentai, anything. It's never happened. And I was telling people that with this reboot, this was going to be the first and only time that you could say that happened, and it literally died. It has never happened in 30 plus years of the franchise. Power Rangers is Super Sentai. Super Sentai is the heart and core of Power Rangers. You take one out, they cannot exist without the other. They cannot. Well, Power Rangers came out 20 years or so after Super Sentai. It was thriving before then. Yeah, but look what happened. When Hasbro bought Power Rangers and took it away from Bandai's toy license. You remember the year after that happened and everyone was looking at the fiscal sales for Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, and Super Sentai had an extreme drop in revenue. They lost all of it. And now Super Sentai does not even run anymore. I'm not saying Power Rangers was the direct reason for why Super Sentai died. What I'm saying is Power Rangers was such a vital piece of Super Sentai once it got big. They would share revenue. It was Bandai America and Bandai Japan. They shared revenue. They would put them together, and that would be Super Sentai's sales for the year. So when Hasbro came in and took that, and then not only did that, but then sold off the entirety of the show's history for 30 years and then stopped making shows, Hasbro killed Power Rangers, but then by proxy ended up leaving a deadly warning shot for Super Sentai. Like, you can't argue that. It's so... Power Rangers can never exist without Super Sentai. That's like having Kingdom Hearts without Disney. That doesn't make sense. And I was saying to people earlier too, you've got people that try to run these reboots for Power Rangers that either don't know what Power Rangers is or don't understand what Tokusatsu, the medium, is. So almost guaranteed, this would have just been a Mighty Morphin thing in one way or the other anyway. People will look at Power Rangers and say, well, that's Mighty Morphin. And then we just get a rehash. We get 2017 Power Rangers movie part 2. Which I loved the 2017 movie. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's not a bit. But it was Mighty Morphin again. You can't do everything on your own when you started off as a budgeted reason to get something on TV. Power Rangers started as a cheaper way to take footage that already exists, put American actors in, and put it on TV. It existed as a budget. It started its existence as a budgeted TV series. So when you come in as someone with no involvement with the show or franchise prior at all, like you've had no hand in any of it for the past 30 years, and you say, well, we don't need them. We don't need them anymore. Who needs Toei? Who needs the Japanese footage? Who needs the Japanese designs? We don't need you. And then you try to do something like this, look what happens. I was gonna say don't forget where you came from, but it seems like the people that are running this show didn't even know what Power Rangers was to begin with. That sounds mean. But I mean, look where we are. Look where we are. And I if Playmates had not announced the unlimited collection of Power Rangers figures that are coming out, Power Rangers would be nothing but a memory to me. And I hate that I say that, but it's true. Because there's nothing happening. I don't like the comics. I don't care about comic books. I just don't. I don't read comics. I loved Power Rangers because it was a show and it was making toys that I like. But now it's not. It's not any of those things. It's just a comic book. Should these comic books cease to exist, there would be nothing. That would be it. The core essence of what Power Rangers was has been gone for years. What it needs, what it desperately needs, is to be sold off to somebody else. And I'm not being funny. I'm not doing this as a bit. If Hasbro sold Power Rangers back to Toei, or sold it off, period, it would be in better hands than it is now. Given the events that have happened in the past few years just by Hasbro alone. They haven't even interacted with fans at all. The Playmates has been talking to fans. Playmates has been giving feedback, and they've been they announced the Unlimited collection and gave a press thing saying that the reason that they chose the teams Dino Thunder, Wild Force, and Zeo, was because they know the fan reception. They've been doing research into the series that will get them most attention at this given time, in accordance to their plan. Playmates has talked to fans of Power Rangers more than Hasbro has in the past few years. And that's a fact. You know how sad that is? I say this as someone that has grown up as a Disney baby. I Disney era all day long. You know that from my channel. I was born in '99. I grew up all the way through Disney, all of Power Rangers in general, period. So I say this as someone that is, I don't even know if I can say frustrated anymore, because it's been the same thing for the past few years. Power Rangers is not alive right now. You can say that it is with the comic books and the new figure line that hasn't dropped yet. But right now, Power Rangers is not alive. It's not. It's just being warmed. All of this happened, mind you, during Power Month. It is currently August at the time of this recording, which is the birth month of Power Rangers, the original air date. And it usually is celebrated every year. And Power Morphicon, the official Power Rangers convention. Is it official? I mean, it might as well be. It's celebrated every 2 years. And it's happening... Is it this year? I don't remember. Man, I don't even remember anymore. I'm so out of the loop with Power Rangers currently. I just... They could not have picked a worse time to announce that Power Rangers, the Disney Plus series, has been canceled. Because this leaves such a massive rippling effect. Because literally now there is nothing. And I don't want to hear the next time a reboot is planned, or a reboot, or the streaming service wants Power Rangers, or something's happening, or a casting. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's been so many years of hearing these rumors, and none of them have come out. None of them have come to fruition. I'm sick of it. Unless you can show me a photo And don't even get me started on Ninja Kids. They deserve to have disappeared with that series after the AI trailer. I don't care. I really don't. I'm glad it's gone. Unless you can show me a photo of them filming a new Power Rangers series, I'm done with it. I'm just gonna keep enjoying my series, Mystic Force, Overdrive, Lost Gal. I'm gonna keep enjoying my stuff and doing my videos on what Power Rangers was, and we just gonna keep it moving. Make sure you check out my SPD series and Dino Thunder series. They will be in the description below, as well as all my other Power Rangers content. We've done RPM, Jungle Fury, Ninja Storm. Make sure you check that out in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. What do you guys think of the recent news? What do you think could happen? What do you think Power Rangers needs right now? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear you guys' takes and what you guys had to say. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. As always, thank you guys so much for boarding my rainbow line. I'll see you guys at the next stop. See you.